He did all these things. I do believe in Jesus, and I am a Christian. What's a follower? Somebody who obeys Jesus, follows his teachings, picks up the cross, lives the life, not just the words, actually lives it. There's a big difference between being a fan and a follower. If you have your notes in front of you, does everybody have a note? Notes? Okay. Discipleship. You were created to become like Christ. I'm going to read you Romans 8:29. From the beginning, God decided that those who came to him, and all along he knew who would, should become like his son. Become like his son. So we just don't believe that Jesus did these things. We are to become like his son. And then in Ephesians 4:15, God wants us to grow up like Christ in everything. God wants us to grow up, not be baby Christians, but to grow up. You know a caterpillar? A caterpillar that crawls along all the time. Do you want to stay as a caterpillar, or do you want to become the beautiful, purposeful butterfly that God always wanted us to be? Flying, free of hurts, habits, and hang-ups, free of insecurity, free of all these things. Or do you want to stay a caterpillar? What does a caterpillar do? Just gets from place to place, survives.
Just crawls around.
Are you living the life of surviving? That's all you're doing? Where do I go next? How do I get this done? Where's my next meal? Where's this? Where's that? Do you really, really believe that God wanted that for his children? Do you? He did not. He wants you to grow from troubles, but he didn't want that for you. So there are three tools to use to help us grow. I'm going to read Romans 8:28. In all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purposes. We have to start with that. That means we believe in faith. Our next fill-in here is God uses trouble to teach us to trust him. But why does he do that? Why does he have to use trouble to teach us to trust him? Does anybody know why? Opens you up, opens your eyes, gets your attention, that's for sure, absolutely. How do you handle troubles? Did you say stop it? Oh. Interesting. Yeah, it's that ear that I've lost. Pretty funny. It's got me in a lot of trouble with losing part of my hearing. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it gets stronger, yeah. But how do you handle it? Something happens to you. You're having trouble. What is your first reaction? Can you hear me? You shrug your shoulders. You put your hands up. Well, some people go for distractions. They get high. You know, they just do stuff like that. That's how they handle it. Run away from it. Just get their minds off of it. Or some people complain and blame. Oh, this didn't happen to me, or that person didn't do this, and just complain and complain. But where are you really going to get a significant change? The one thing that you should do, the one place that you should go to when you're having trouble would be go to the Lord. That's the only one ever that can actually change your heart and change your circumstances. That's the only place you have to begin. And that's the beginning of your journey. That is the beginning of your journey with trouble. If trouble comes into your life, that's how you start. I've had many troubles in my life, and that's where my journey began. My first, most significant one when my journey started, which some of you know, was when my son was very young. He was hurting. He was hurting bad, and I couldn't save him. I couldn't save him, and I had to turn to the Lord. He got my attention. I prayed and prayed, and I was on my knees, but I was on my knees, and I didn't know that for myself, too. I needed the Lord just as much, if not more, than even my son did. I really needed the Lord, and I didn't know that. And he got my attention, and my journey has begun, and it's been an amazing journey. Problems and trials are good for us. They help us to learn and be patient. And patience develops strength of character in us and helps us to trust God more each time we use it, until finally our hope and faith are strong and steady. Romans 5:3-4.